Hello and welcome back to Redmen TV. It's half time live. I'm still joined with the same cast of characters. I'm joined by Mike, Ben, Ryan, and over in Tactics Corner, Jack. Mike, that first half was a bit of a fucking blur, wasn't it? Yeah. Tempo was unreal.
Blink and you miss it, mate, wasn't it? It was what we wanted, though, wasn't it? It's what we said. High tempo, a lot of pressing high up the pitch. I mean, both teams had chances. Although we had the clear-cut chances, you've got to say, you know, and we've got to have. I mean, that Coutinho one. You've got to have taken at least one of those chances, Coutinho, Moreno. You just hope... Do you
think that'll come back to haunt us?
I hope not, but, you know, we've seen it time and time again, haven't we, where our lack of a cutting edge has let us down. I mean, it's not... I mean, those two chances were great saves by Costa, you've got to give it that. They weren't wasted. But it's frustrating again, isn't it? But, you know, the team have been outstanding. There's been some really standout players, I thought. Lucas has bossed the midfield.
Yeah.
Considering he's up against Fabregas and Matic, he's fucking dominated that midfield, mate. And I think, you know, the back three are looking solid as ever. So, you know, there's a lot of positives. Let's just hope we can push on. Yeah, that's right. Ben, what do you think of the first half, mate?
Very much what Mike said, just a bit of a blur, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be either team, you know, as I wouldn't say one team is, you know, in control over the other. It's jockling. Obviously, I just think that's both teams have had decent chances, and it's going to come down to who can finish the dinner at the end of the day, isn't it?
I love that. That's a great turn of phrase, Ryan. What about you, mate? What did you think of the first half?
It's a tough one. It was a tough one. It's difficult to describe, to be fair, because we had 3 or 4 chances where we could have put one in the back of the net. So we're very fortunate in respect because Skirtle did bring down Costa.
Let's not dwell on that too much. Let's just gloss over the fact that they should have had a stonewall penalty. And let's gloss over it because we've won 18 leagues and 5 European Cups. Let's not forget that.
How many have they won?
Oh, I can't remember. I've said it that many times.
4-1 and 1.
There can't be many teams who've won 5 European Cups.
I don't think there is many.
And not coupled with 18 leagues.
You'd have a badge, you'll get to keep one for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you should get something. Like, Jack, is there any tweets are coming in or anything from...
It looks like Paul's tweeted out during the game, and lots of people are getting involved and retweeting the fact that was possibly the softest yellow card in the history of football for Jordan Henderson. That was a shocker late on.
It's true that though, he barely touches him, doesn't he?
There was worse tackles, wasn't there, in the game than that, yeah.
But there was a worse stamp as well,
Well,
wasn't there?
yeah, let's come back to the stamp. I think we talk about the stamp.
Yes, let's talk about the stamp.
The stamp that Mourinho was looking straight at.
Yeah, and the referee didn't see, the fourth official didn't see, even though he's got a fucking telly.
Yeah. It was almost,
That is Diego Costa. That's why everybody fucking hates him.
I know.
You know, Liverpool fans especially, is because you can't. He's a troll-faced gypsy, and you're not. He meant that. He meant that all day. I even reckon Mourinho went stamp him, lad.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, right there, yeah. Right there. Probably not lad. He's probably more of a lid kind of guy. Mourinho, yeah, stamp him.
That's how he rolls. Yeah.
You talk about the fourth official with his telly. Do you think he's got buffering problems on that? That's why there's no decision.
Yeah, he's got the same
as us.
He's got Sky going, hasn't he?
That's it. Like, Buffering's had a great game. Yeah. He's been involved fucking loads. Like, but look, let's talk about Mourinho actually for a second, Jack. What did you think of Mourinho's? I'm just going to read the screen quickly before I go any further. Yeah, that's fine actually. That's quite good. Fuck off Chelsea FC. You ain't got no history. Fuck off Mourinho. Fuck off Mourinho. Fuck off Mourinho. All good comments.
George Irwin, sensible bloke.
He is, isn't he? I like George. Well in, George.
Speaks the truth.
But look, on Jose Mourinho, he looks a bit rattled, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He doesn't look comfortable, and he was stressed from the first minute, and it's normally at least about 6 minutes before he looks like that. So quite pleased to see that.
Yeah, and Mike, what like you alluded to it before. You were talking about taking our chances. Now we've obviously got the Phil Coutinho on. That is brilliant how he fashions a chance out of there. And it's almost a little bit like the way Raheem Sterling did in the first leg. Cause he's no right to really get a shot off from there, is he?
No, and I think that we were talking about it during the game. The difference was that Sterling took his shot early, and Courtois didn't have a chance to get set for it. Whereas Courtois, if you look at him, he's out. You know, he's outside his 6-yard box, isn't he? Almost by the time Coutinho takes the shot because he sees it coming, and sticks out one of them Dalcine telescopic legs that he's got. Tips it round the post like, doesn't he? You know, it's just. He's just a giant of a man, and I mean, the save from Moreno as well is top class as well, isn't it? So,
but I just feel, Ben, that one of these is going to come back and bite us.
I know, you just make you think that, but then let's stay positive. Let's say we keep creating chances. Maybe this is just meant to be. We've got to just keep on, keep the faith a little bit.
Maybe it's written for Mario.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is written for Mario. Yeah, I don't know, but
there's that, never thought it'd come out.
There's that chance that that Mr. Buffer we missed because of the buffering with Sterling going through as well, and he could have slipped in Gerrard, couldn't he, for the tapping, and it looks like Zuba got back on him, but.
That was a great tackle by Zuma, wasn't it?
Yeah. It just looks like, it's. You think to yourself, is it too optimistic to think that it's our night and that eventually these chances are paid? But I don't know.
I like your theory, and I think we've got to stay positive. We've proven, haven't we, Ryan, that you can get at Chelsea now. It's taken 90 minutes and add another 45 on, but we're fashioning chances and we fashion more than them.
Well, if you strip it all back, you think about it, we've had better chances on their ground. We've played the better football for 45 minutes on their ground. And if you strip it back, Chelsea haven't had, I think, how many attempts on target, do you know what I mean? They haven't had that many clear-cut chances, if any.
That one fizzed across the box.
But that was easily dealt with in the end, which,
yeah.
It just shows the development in Liverpool, in a sense, because 6 weeks ago we were saying, that could have gone anywhere.
It's true though, isn't it, Jack? And Ryan brings up a great point here, because 6 weeks ago I don't think we'd have played Chelsea the way we are now.
No.
Oh no, not at all. Things have improved an awful lot, haven't they? And that's been because we've been willing to change the style and let that impact the performances, rather than striving for performances through a style that doesn't really suit us, which we were doing a bit earlier in the season. Bit of discussion on YouTube about the forwards, as we've been talking about chances there. Bit of comparison between Costa and Barcelona striker Luis Suarez for some reason during the first half, or during half time there. Curtizu suggests they're equal. Walshy 18 suggests that Costa isn't half the striker that Suarez is. Keith Henschel, a bit more relevant, says we should be up against. Sterling needs to do more in the final third. No excuses in a big game like this. And again, it's dependability that I talk about, and I don't think we've got that up front with Sterling. I think he facilitates a lot of good play, but he's not a centre forward who's going to take the chances every time. You can't rely on him to take those chances.
That's it. I agree with you completely. But we have got some options on the bench, haven't we, lads? So, right now, you're looking at it. We're going into the second half. We do need a goal. We've had 5 attempts to their 4 attempts. So we are just about dominating there. We've had 2 on target to their 0 on target.
Where are you getting this from, Chris?
I don't know. I'm just
Great
plucking these out of thin air. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't think that Sky's just on there. Sneaky little glances over there at Sky.
He's got a little tally chart on there.
Yeah, that's it.
Off to Chris.
Such professionalism.
Possession 55% to Chelsea 45. No, that's wrong. But look, yeah, I've got all this on my notepad, and then some notes about Tom being a referee or something. You'll see that on Live Box anyway. That's a belter. This Live Box show should be a good one. But no, look, we've got some options on the bench. When do you think, if any, is the right time for Rodgers to make a substitution, and who would you bring on?
I think, it's tough because it's a big game, isn't it? Do you stick with Gerrard? I mean, he looks tired to me. He looks leggy. But he's got that moment of brilliance in him, hasn't he?
Like that ball, that
Exactly.
left-footed ball was
So
incredible.
it's a tough one because you've got Lallana there who can come on and will increase the intensity level 100%.
And he can finish as well when he's on full.
Exactly. So that change seems logical to me.
But it didn't work in the first leg, Mike.
No, it would have done that Costa not pulled off that whale the other save.
True. Yeah, true.
But I don't know. And then you look at it up front, or do you think if you're going to take Gerrard off, do you pull Sterling back and take that gamble on Balotelli as the up top? They're the options we've got, really.
Yeah. Actually, let's take that to Twitter as well. If you've got any changes or anything, just let me know by tweeting at the Redmen TV who you would bring on and who for as well, because I think Gerrard for Lallana is probably the one that most people will be thinking of right now. Obviously, we've touched on it, haven't we, Ben, about Balotelli as well. So
yeah, personally, I'd be amazed if Rodgers put Balotelli on any time other than like the last 10 minutes of extra time. To be honest, I think after everything he said about him over the last couple of weeks and stuff, he probably still doesn't deserve to play in a game of this magnitude. Sure. I think there's other people who probably deserve. I even think he's more likely to. I think he's probably more likely to put Lallana on ahead of Balotelli, purely because Lallana's got that energy and drive and as Mike said, that intensity to push on. I just think our entire game might drop off if Balotelli comes on, because he's that he might be that
he's the high presser,
yeah, exactly.
If that's gone, then
yeah, we might lose that, but we'll have to wait and see. You never know. You know, he might pull something out the bag and do something totally different. But I think the way we're going, we keep creating chances. You know, it's a bit of a you know, I just think that we should just keep pushing and just hope that we get it.
Ben, to be honest, I'm exactly the same. At the moment, I probably wouldn't be thinking about changes, because if this game goes 0-0 till 85 minutes, you want to have your subs in the bag for half time, don't you? Because then we're then forced to go out and win the game because of the extra time rules and you know, the away goal rules and stuff like that. But right, one person that I want to know, first of all, who you think's playing well in the game, but one person who's been not very involved for me is Markovic. And do you think that's because he's been told he's looking after Hazard, stay backward and go forward?
We said off air, didn't we, that he wasn't getting us forward as we would have liked. And I think he is a crucial part sometimes when he's up down the side, but it just shows how lethal Hazard is. And
I think Philip Luis has got a lot to do with that as well, because he's pushing Markovic back and he's bombing on whenever he gets the chance to. And he's giving Markovic a hard time at the moment.
Philip Luis wasn't the best against Liverpool in the first leg, was he? So maybe he's been sold by Mourinho. But the interesting one is that Gary Cahill has been taken off for Zuma. It's just
it looks to have worked so far, though, doesn't it? I mean,
it's credit to Markovic though as well, isn't it? Where you think he's doing a job for the team, and he's putting a shift in for the team. He's not bombing on and thinking, I'm going to get in and score. He's doing it for the team, isn't he? So it's great credit to him.
Yeah. Jack, have we got any tweets coming in, mate?
Yeah, lots of shouts actually. We've got a shout for Balotelli to come on for Markovic and move Sterling to right wing back. Dave Robson wants Niall Quinn to get off the telly. James Graham wants us to play better, score a goal and accidentally punch Costa in the face and or the nads.
Can you just repeat that one?
Play better, score a goal, accidentally punch Costa in the face and or nads.
Yeah, all of them, please. 10. Why not?
Ted Morgan wants to see Barini on the pitch.
He's not on the bench, so he'll have a job.
Would be a royal issue there, wouldn't it? Evangelos Avekiu wants to see 2 goals and the final ticket. That's what I'm after as well.
No, yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, I can see the same. Look, there's been a few people on the YouTube comments as well. Actually, you know what? I made that up. They haven't. No one cares about the trivia question. But let's go with it anyway. There's been loads of people on the YouTube asking for the answer to the trivia question that I gave in Matchday Live Show, the pre-match. Of course, the question, when I can find it, was Liverpool have won 18 leagues and 5 European Cups, while Chelsea have only managed 4 leagues and 1 European Cup. Even Bob Paisley managed to win 6 leagues and 3 European Cups in only 9 years as a manager. That's less time than Chelsea have basically been in existence for. But can you name the 4 players that have transferred direct Liverpool to Chelsea? Mike, go on. You've had about 2 hours to Google this.
Fucking clue. Torres.
Yeah, 1. Anyone else? Benayoun 2.
Yeah.
I've actually seen this on an article, I can't remember them though.
Morelos.
That was fucking pointless. Raul Morelos 3. Yeah.
Shearoom?
No.
That was pre.
If I'll give you a clue, it was in 1938.
Oh,
I've got his name. Nah, it's gone.
Alf Hansen.
Alf.
Oh, mate.
Ryan definitely wasn't born.
What a legend. He went for 7,500 on July the 6th, 1938. I'm surprised he didn't get that.
He wasn't born.
Yeah, because can I confirm I wasn't born in?
Yeah.
He wasn't the same after the move, though. He cut his hair and all that.
Yeah.
Went to
Happens to everyone.
Yeah.
7,500 was like 50 million quid back then as well. Definitely.
Think about it.
Of course.
Research.
Yeah. Why not? You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I seen him do the math.
There you go, no problem. I've got an exchange rates from 1938.com if you were wondering where I got that information from. It was cool. Right, we're going to go into the second half now. Obviously, we're all open for a big win. I'm open for 3 goals this half. I'd like to echo those thoughts as well about kicking Diego Costa in the necks. I don't want to see kids from him because look at him. Do you want to see any kids, his offspring, anywhere near anyone in the world? No, you don't. So let's just leave Diego Costa to just his family should wither and die.
I heard someone say he's the product of a dog and a rat.
That's a bit harsh on the rat.
Yeah, it is, that to be fair, isn't it?
But look, we're going to go back to the second half now. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to tune in to the YouTube channel after the game, because we'll be having the fan reactions on there and then live a box as well. So yeah, lads, once again, thank you very much. Who, before we go, do you think is going to be the difference this half?
Coutinho.
Lallana.
Rodgers.
How so?
Tactical masterstroke.
He's going to get
can't
that big
even
balls,
predict
hasn't
what
he?
it'll be.
He said what?
I can't even predict what it'll be, but it'll be a tactical masterstroke to win us the game.
I'm thinking Balotelli hat-trick.
They just say as well that all of our predictions are still up.
Yeah?
So quite sure.
Still valid.
Yeah, that's unusual actually. After 45 minutes, my bets are always done.
Can I just say,
Go on.
I really need to go to the toilet.
Yeah, you can go after this, mate. Okay, I'll wrap this up now. Okay, the match is about to start. Enjoy the game, everyone, and let's hope we go to Wembley.